guys, my name is Dianara, and we will be sharing with you the three choices, the three approaches that I selected that caught my attention the most, and I'll tell you a little bit about it. So the first one is the lexical approach, with the one that I did. It is mainly chunks of words that you choose to speak, and it gives you faster grammar, faster learning, and closely to understanding and communicating with the native English speaker better and faster. One of the things that you could learn, this could be for any age. Actually, it should start from the lower to the eldest. So as soon as you can teach a child to talk that way, it's better teaching it wise, because in the native English language they learn it from the get-go, as you would say. The get-go is a chunks example. Another example would be like break a leg. That's kind of like good luck when you're doing a show or acting somewhere or presenting something. Cold feet is when you are getting married and you are nervous and you change your mind for a little bit, so that's like, oh, you're getting cold feet. Speaking of the devil, you say that when you're talking to someone about somebody else and that person shows up. Oh, speaking of the devil, which one? Never a dull moment. So it's just like when we're with Stephanie, it's never a dull moment, meaning that it's always fun. There's always something happening, because that's how she is. She just brings the fun to the party, or the interesting part. Make money. It's, instead of saying, oh, I'm gonna make money, I'm gonna have work, you say make money. That means it's shorter. So those are examples of the lexical approach, which shows or teaches you chunks of words, pieces of words together, letting you know about a specific thing instead of spelling it out the whole way. The second one is the suggestopia, which Joshua Rangel spoke about. And the other one is communicative language, which Mixeli Rivella, I think, I'm sorry, Mixeli spoke about. Suggestopia is mostly about the usage of the right brain with the left brain together as one, and that it's better for them to work together. You can achieve more, and the way that you have this is by introducing, while you're working the mathematical, the technical part of the brain. When you're concentrating on reading a book or doing some equations or reading, you can have the left side of your brain introduce, like music, soft sounds, soft rhythms, so it can level it out, and one is just not working so much, instead of then blending with each other. That's mainly the focus on that. And for Suggestopia, I wrote for all the levels. All the levels can be taught this particular theory, because again, as with the one that I mentioned earlier, the lexical approach, as soon as you teach the child to get used to that from the get-go, from birth until older, it'll just come easier and faster. The communicative language, I would say, is for a higher vocabulary knowledge grade, so that their grade be higher, they have more vocabulary. Why? Because the communicative language, it's mainly about thinking, and coming up with your own words and ideas. So if this one means if you are you're giving I'm trying to look for something. Let's say you're talking about something. So I have this, right? So I'm talking about this, and I'm gonna talk about this to the audience or to the classmates, and I have to come up with a story of this particular piece. Now, you as an audience, you don't know what I'm gonna be talking about, so you're gonna expect and wait to hear what the story is. So, and then me, I'm gonna think, well, I'm gonna tell you, I'm thinking, I'm analyzing, and I'm using new and my own vocabulary. So I would say, as an example, this piece of top, I got it from Africa when I went there for my trip last summer. And this is an interesting piece because it reminds me of a girl that I met there with a child. And there it is. You are waiting to hear from me what's gonna be next about this piece. And in the meantime, I am using my thoughts, I'm analyzing, I'm coming up with vocabulary to tell you about the piece. So that's what I said, that this communicative language is mainly for higher vocabulary knowledge. So it cannot just start, oh, it depends. If you start from a lower level, then you have to expect little things. Maybe just the kid grabbing a ruler and saying, well, this ruler, I got it from my aunt from Canada. So it could act for all levels, but then expect according to that level. Now, the other thing that I wanted to discuss was the characteristics to have to be effective. So what do you have? I wrote, you have to be, as a teacher, you have to be patient. You have to personalize the learning. So like I said, as an example for this one, you cannot expect on a lower language vocabulary to talk about broad things when their vocabulary is short. So personalize the learning, be patient about it, make sure that you listen to all the levels of the students. Each on their own have their own potential and their own way of saying things. So you have to be patient there. Connect with your students. You have to connect with them so that they connect with you, and then they feel more free and comfortable to be who they are and just give the best they are, or the best they can be. Mistakes equals learning opportunities. So if the kid makes a mistake, let them know that that is a learning step, a learning opportunity for them to next time do better. Explore different teaching methods. Explore different teaching methods. Maybe what it worked for one class, maybe it doesn't work for the next class. Maybe you need another approach. So always keep your mind open, your eyes open, and always look for that next best thing. You always keep learning, and this goes along with that. You, meaning the teacher, always keeps learning. You always have to look for that next thing that might work here, that didn't work there, but it's gonna work there, or that when you're looking at it over here, you're like, that's gonna work with my other kids on that grade. And well, that is it. Those were my explanation. I hope that you liked it, that you understood it, and thank you for your time. Have a good day.